Good morning and welcome back to our Webinar Wednesday series. We are excited to be here with you today to feature Dr. Jennifer Roth-Burnett. She is our Director of Academic Support here at the Capstone Center for Student Success at UA, and we are going to talk to you this morning about what to do if your student is struggling in a class and needs a little bit of extra support. So I will let Dr. Roth-Burnett start it off and tell you all about what CCSS has to offer.
Thanks, Allison. This is Jennifer Roth-Burnett. Thank you for the introduction. I have been here at the Capstone Center for Student Success for the better part of 8 months, and I've loved this new role and seeing what we're able to do for students here. The Capstone Center is actually kind of a large umbrella for a number of different services, and I'd like to touch on a few of them just so you get a sense of the whole layout, and then we'll talk about some specific things that are available to all students on our campus to help support them academically and help them learn to do well in their classes. So the Capstone Center for Student Success in Russell Hall on 2nd and 3rd floor includes advising for some special programs. If your students are already declared their majors or moved on out to their colleges, they would be advised in their colleges, but there are groups of students in the Crimson Edge program and Exploring for Success who are advised here at the Capstone Center. We also have our REACH and First Gen programs here. The first year experience, so any of your students who are first years can come to the Capstone Center and get connected with activities and opportunities for first year students. And then we have services that are available to all students under the umbrella of academic support. And those services include tutoring, coaching, skill building sessions for study skills and time management, test taking, and that sort of thing. We also have a wide array of study rooms, snacks, lots of hangout space. And so we see that students will come here to study, they'll stay for tutoring, they'll set up a coaching appointment. And so they're accessing the center for all kinds of reasons, which is something we love to see. So the first thing I would say is just encourage your student to drop by. We have student leaders and student assistants and peer coaches on staff who are prepared to speak with your student about the services that we offer and to think about a tailored package that would meet your student's specific needs. So I'd like to start by taking a look at tutoring. Our tutoring services are really aimed at the STEM courses because of some longstanding partnerships, but we have lately added some nursing courses, psychology, foreign languages, and things like that here in the center. I have pulled up on the screen here a list of the courses for which we offer tutoring in fall 2019. We work closely with departments and with faculty across campus to make sure that students in classes for which we offer tutoring know about those opportunities. We also will refer students out to other places for tutoring for things that we may not offer. For instance, the College of Business has their own tutoring center where they're covering economics and statistics and things like that. The engineering college has an Ingenuity lab for the higher level maths. And so we're working as a network across campus to help students get to the resources that they need. We have had lately about, just to give you an idea of the traffic here, we've got about 500 students a week who come to tutoring. We have capacity for even more, and we would love to see your students for any of the maths, the chemistries, biologies, accountings, and so forth that you see listed here on your screen. Tutors at the Capstone Center are peer tutors. So they are trained by us, they are certified by the College Reading and Learning Association, which means that they've been through a basic level of training, and they're selected by us for their skill in tutoring. And they are also students who have taken the same classes that you see listed here. So a student who is tutoring the math classes has actually taken and made A's or A pluses in the math classes. So they know the faculty, they understand how the courses work here at UA and the kinds of pitfalls and obstacles, challenges that students may encounter. So we feel like this is a model that's very helpful to our students because they know that their tutors have been there and done that and are there to help them figure out how to succeed in the same situation. Next, I'd like to take a look at our academic coaching. We have both pro coaches and a full team now of peer coaches who are here to help students develop a time management plan, work on their study schedules, and be accountable. So our peer coaches are available to have, typically they would have an initial meeting with a student, and then thereafter set up a series of recurring meetings. Most typically, our students will come and meet with the peer coach that they have been assigned every week or every other week. They'll look through their assignments for the week. They'll make some plans about how to accomplish those things and how to get those done in a timely manner. And so there's just kind of an accountability partner aspect to that, as well as some good study tips and strategies for students who maybe have not had to take notes before or have not had to study intensively before for classes. We have, as you see on the screen, this contact form. I want to encourage you parents to encourage your students to fill out this form if they're interested in coaching. They will, it's a fairly simple interface, as you see. We do ask that students and not parents fill this out. We know how easy it would be for you to fill your students' forms out, but then we want the student to have done the work of reaching out to us, expressing what they need to us so that we can interact directly with them, hold them accountable, and empower them to take charge of their own study success. In addition to peer coaching and pro coaching, we have a series of skill building sessions available throughout the semester, and we'll take a look at that. This is actually a form where students can sign up to attend a face-to-face or in-person skill session right here in the Capstone Center. We have some specific course-oriented skill sessions around biology courses through a partnership with the biology department, but we also have some more general studying and note-taking strategies, stress management, exam preparation, keys to academic success, surviving your freshman year, and topics of that sort. So we encourage students to come and sign up for these sessions and attend. In addition to the face-to-face or in-person sessions, we also have a few online skill sessions available through Student Lingo. It's a company with whom we have partnered to offer these little 20-minute short courses. They're all structured so that they have kind of checkpoints throughout the 20-minute or so video and an activity for students to do. So there's a very good one on learning styles so that students can learn a little bit more about how they learn best and then think about how to adapt their learning to situations where material may or may not be presented in their favorite way or their best way. We also have one in Student Lingo about time management, which I know I've already mentioned several times. We find that time management is often the key for students. If they can begin to get a handle on their schedules and how much time they need to be spending in their studies, then that's the first step toward building a successful study plan. So they can do a time management plan with a pro coach, with a peer coach, or through Student Lingo. We've made this available to them in all kinds of formats and media.
So as you can see from Dr. Roth Burnett, there are lots and lots of things for your student to take advantage of. And there are lots of things that we would like you to encourage them to take advantage of, especially as we are just past the halfway point in the semester for students. We know that sometimes those midterm grades can be either really encouraging or maybe a little bit discouraging. And we want to remind them that there is still plenty of time in the semester for them to make a change in their classes, make a positive change, get some extra help if they need it, in case those midterm grades were not exactly what they were either expecting or hoping for. So we want to encourage them, not only for our first year students to come and check out the Capstone Center over in the second and third floor of Russell Hall, but also for all of our students to take advantage of the academic support options offered that Dr. Roth Burnett has talked about this morning. And we just want to encourage you to share these resources with your students so that they can take advantage of them and know that they are here, know that they are not alone, know that they do have the academic support that they need. There are lots of other students who have things going on and that they do have the support that they need. There are always things going on in Russell Hall. It's really convenient for your student to come over to Russell Hall. We are just behind the quad, so they are usually pretty familiar with where Russell Hall is located. It is between Hackberry and University Boulevard, so they know where it is. If they have a class in Russell Hall as well, they especially know where it is. But at the very least, tell them to come over, take a tour, get some snacks, some coffee, anything like that. We know that the weather is changing, so if they just want to come over and take a tour, that is always an option, and see what is available for them. But we would love for you to share this information with your students. You can always reach out to the Capstone Center for Student Success, give them a call, shoot an email, that sort of thing. We do want to encourage you to share this information with your students so they have that readily available, especially as they're in kind of the thick of the semester and going through things.
Absolutely. And students can find us on the web, as you see on your screen, at success.ua.edu. There's actually an events calendar down here at the bottom where they can search for specific topics if they're interested in a topic for skill building or for tutoring. And of course, they can find all of our contact information here on the website as well. We would like for students to know this semester, as we surge past midterms and head on toward the middle of the semester and into finals, that we are holding the whole Capstone Center second floor open for students during dead week and exam week. We are not placing meetings in any of our spaces. We've got lots of nice tutoring spaces and quiet places where students can study, and we're holding all of that open for students. We've got a nice little kitchen with a coffee maker, and they can just come here and make themselves at home, study, drink coffee, form study groups with their friends in their classes, and ask us if they have any questions or issues. Thanks.
Awesome. So like Dr. Ruth Burnett said, if your student is having trouble reserving some space in any of our libraries or anything like that, they can always come over here to Russell Hall to find that space. As we get closer to study week and finals week, we can't believe it's going to happen since we're just past midterms, but it will be here before we know it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the Capstone Center for Student Success. Information this morning. And as always, if you do have more specific questions about any of our webinar series or anything, we're excited to be back with you next week. Then you can reach out to us at Tutoring Programs. Give us a call at 205-348-8330. Shoot us an email at parents.ua.edu or check out our website, parents.ua.edu. Thanks. Have a great day, and we will see you next week with another Webinar Wednesday. And as always, roll Tide.